Tom. Well, Tom, heading into the first test of the summer, and it's the best image after a one-day series. How's the team shaping up and into practice at Paglio?
Yeah, it's been a good couple of days. I think you look at the personnel, it's a reasonably similar group to what the ODI team was. So, guys are sort of at different stages, managed to get a bit of rest and prep at home. Some guys played the first class game last week. So, guys have trained well the last couple of days and are looking forward to getting into the first test of the home summer, which is always exciting.
In terms of your attack, it looks a bit different these days. You sort out the Wagner Saudi bolt around it, but how's that shaping up as a relatively new attack test-wise? Particularly when we spoke to Zach Phillips out there, he's eager and ready to go with those things. Have you settled on a team?
We're just waiting on a couple of fitness tests to clear off, but I think from the seam bowling point of view, I think it's a really exciting group that we've got. Yes, there's a few injuries and guys that aren't with us anymore, but I think we've seen the likes of Folks, Duffy, Tickner, what these guys have done in the one-day game of late. That they've come into the international scene and been able to perform straight away, which is really exciting. Yes, it's a different format, but they've played a lot of first-class cricket here in New Zealand, and it's really exciting for them to be given this opportunity to be in the Test squad. And whatever 11 we end up sitting on, then those guys are going to be given a great opportunity to come in and show their skills. And we saw Zach and Duff manage to make their debuts in Zimbabwe a few months ago and did really well. So look, I think it's an exciting opportunity. We've got a great bunch of bowlers. As I said, yes, there's a few guys that are injured aren't with us, but it's an exciting opportunity ahead.
In terms of variation, do you feel like you might be lacking in the left arm capacity with pace, or is that just cut off?
I think any time there's a left armour, then they can fit into the group. But I think you look at the personnel that we've got guys that offer something slightly different, which is kind of what you want in an attack. That they're not all the same. They do offer something slightly different and whatnot, and roles may change throughout a game, but for us it's about adapting and trying to assess that as best we can, and I know guys are willing to give us or to take that opportunity and do something slightly different that maybe they're not used to. So but I do think we've got a bit more of a well-balanced side, even though we haven't got a left armour.
Tom, with the amount of white ball cricket that's already been played this summer, has it been a bit of almost a culture shock having to get used to playing red ball again?
I don't think so. I think as international cricketers nowadays, you sort of chop and change formats. Yes, we haven't played red ball cricket for a long period of time, but as I said, guys have prepped slightly differently over the last week. Some guys have been playing and some guys have been training in the nets at their home MAs. So I think for us heading into a red ball game, it's about trying to adapt as quick as we can. It sounds a little bit cliche, but for us it's trying to hit the ground running a little bit and try to get into the mode of test cricket as quick as we can. And if we do that as quick as we can, then hopefully that gives ourselves a good chance throughout the back end of the match.
With the World Test Championship, you guys are the last team to sort of get your campaign underway. How's that been, watching sort of all these series unfold and then just having to be patient to get this chance?
I did see that pop up the other day that we still hadn't played a game, but that's just the nature of the schedule. I think looking at, we've got 3 test matches this summer, and then heading into next summer, I think there's about 10 or 12 games in the space of not very long. So it's just the way of the schedule. For us, it's always about focusing on each game as it comes, and we'll focus on this one and then head into the next one and so on. So I don't think there's a huge relevance in playing the last one.
You sort of hinted at it there, but is there almost a frustration as Test captain that this is it for the summer?
Again, it comes down to the schedule. I think if you ask me this question in 12 months' time, it'll be slightly different. We'll have so much coming up, but it's just the way that it falls with ICC events that are popping up, obviously, in the new year and whatnot. So again, our focus is just straight on these 3 test matches. We do that well, then we'll move into when I think June is the next time that we play. So we've got a nice chance to do it well here in New Zealand, and hopefully we can give it a good crack.
I know it's not about milestones, but it is now coming up to a few years since you have hit 3 figures. Is there a real hunger to almost go big on your home track to kick the summer off?
I think any time you're given the opportunity, you want to do well. You want to keep improving, and I think from my point of view, it's about trying to do my role as best I can, and what that looks like from first innings to second innings may be slightly different, but again, I want to be able to put the team in a strong position. As best I can, and if that means bringing up a milestone, then great. If it doesn't, then that's the way it is. But if I can perform as best I can for the team, then that's all I can ask for.
Tom, if we saw that White Ball series, obviously you can never rule West Indies out. There's articles from them back home overnight saying this might be the best chance to create a bit of an upset. I guess how do you prepare for a side like them who you can't rule out an underestimate?
I think when it comes to Test cricket, I think you gather all the information that you can, from a bowling and batting point of view, and do your scouting and watch previous games and footage and all that sort of stuff. But I think sometimes it comes back to the things that we do really well as a test group, whether that be from a batting unit or a bowling unit. There's some guys that we haven't seen before. There's some guys that haven't been to New Zealand. So I think for us it's about trying to adapt as quick as we can to guys that we don't necessarily have as much information about, and we know they're a really strong team. They've got quality players throughout, and we know we're going to have to play well to give ourselves a chance. So we'll certainly be giving ourselves the best chance, doing everything that we need to do to give ourselves the best chance and make sure we leave no stone unturned.
For a lot of you, Test cricket is the pinnacle. Does it feel a bit like Christmas has come early that you finally got a Test time?
Yeah, I think the last time I played was about a year ago against England, so we've managed to play a couple throughout the winter, which weren't World Test Championship games. But I know the guys are really excited to put the whites back on. It's always nice when the Test summer rolls around here in New Zealand, and to start here at Hagley is always really exciting. So the guys are excited to get stuck in.
Probably had questions about weather at the moment, but if we do look ahead, showers are peaking at times, are predicted throughout the week. How does that sort of change your approach as captain to the way you go about, I guess, that Test?
I think it depends how much rain there is. I think you just got to be able to adapt as quick as you can, whether it be if the game is slightly shortened and there's less time. But for us, it's always about trying to play what's in front of us a little bit and try adapt as quick as we can. And if we're in a situation where we need to do things slightly differently, then we will. But we won't look too far ahead.
Do you expect them to be battle-hardened, given their last couple of series were against Australia at home and India and India?
I think they're a quality team. They've got quality players throughout. I think having played here already through the two formats of T20 and ODI cricket, I think will help on wickets that maybe offered a little bit more to the seamers, which I'm sure traditionally here at Hagley it does as well. So also played an ODI game here only a couple of weeks ago, so I think that will help. As I said, we're certainly leaving no stone unturned in terms of our preparation and what we want to do and what we want to get out of things over the next 5 days. So we're certainly expecting a tough contest.
So, folks, I guess being with that, he's transformed over the last couple of years. Obviously, you would have seen him. Spent a lot of time with him at Canterbury, and it's not easy at 23 to step into the international scene, and he's made every post winner so far.
Yeah, he's been fantastic. I haven't actually played a huge amount of red ball cricket with him, but I think what he's done in the shorter form games has been really impressive. As you said, he's a young guy that's taken great steps every time he steps out in the middle, and not just him, but also the other guys are relishing the opportunity to that they've been given, whether it be through injury or being able to state their claims by pushing through performances, but he's certainly one that's done really well. He obviously the last test he played did fantastically as well too. So he's a quality player. He's a young guy that works really hard and with not only the bat but the ball but also with the bat. So he's certainly an exciting one for now but also the future.
You mentioned it before, obviously, what you typically get at Hagley, had a look out in the middle. Does it look like a classic must bowl first Hagley wicket?
It looks reasonably similar. I think if you look at the games that we've played here over probably the last 5-6 years, it's tended to be like that. So I'm sure things will be no different. But we'll check it out in the morning and